Ugh, Erika, come here, come here. Sat down. We need to talk. Just shh. Sat down. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of In Cahoots Podcast. My name is Nikki. Melissa will be joining us soon for another video, so I'm writing solo today. Before I go ahead and get into this video, please make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe. We are going up in subscribers. We're a small channel, but I so appreciate everybody that's been hitting that subscribe button, smashing it. We appreciate it. So keep doing that. Keep sharing our videos. Keep helping us to get more attention so that we can get bigger and bigger and keep talking about these problems out here in this crazy world. Also, if you also want to support us by donating to the channel, right there on your screen is going to be our Cash App, our Venmo. You can support us on our social medias also, which are X is there, TikTok, and Instagram. So go ahead and follow all of that too. Now, let's get into this video. Erika, don't you go nowhere. I said come here and sat down. All right. This video is strictly about Erika Kirk and Andrew Kolvet. Now, I don't know if Andrew is if he's trying to make Erika look stupid on purpose. Or is he really just that friend that you cannot say anything to? Don't share nothing with him. Don't tell him anything. Don't even let him hear you whisper into somebody else because he just cannot hold water. He cannot keep a secret. He cannot do it. I don't know what it is. But what I do know is that Erika, you need to fire him. You need to put him in timeout. You need to tell him that he needs to go sit down, or maybe you just need to pay more attention to what's going on around you and the things that people are accusing you. Like, pay more attention to those things. What are you being accused of? Okay, we got the Egyptian planes, right? Okay. She did the interview with Barry, whatever her damn name is, did the interview with her, and she comes out and says, yeah, let's address those planes because I wasn't on any Egyptian plane. I was pregnant and I was keeping it a secret. So I wasn't on any planes. I was pregnant and I was eating my In-N-Out burger. Wait a minute, Erika. Who said you was on the plane? Who told you that? Andrew? Did Andrew tell you that? Did Andrew say, hey, sis, Candace said you was sitting on a plane eating an In-N-Out burger for 4 years straight. What you gonna say about that? Your turn. What? Girl. Really? Then, now we all know about what's going on right now with Gary Tactical, Mr. Arms Man, whatever the case may be, him. So this guy, he decides to, hit up Andrew Kolvet and I guess asked him to confirm Erika's alibi, which from what people are thinking, what really happened is that this was kind of a stunt because they're trying to crap on Candace and Mitch right now. So everybody thinks it was a stunt. But interestingly enough, he does this on live. He doesn't read Andrew's text message first. That is number one. That is just the first thing that anyone with a brain would think to do. Read the message, knowing that you're on live in front of thousands of people. Read the message first, Gary. What even goes on? Let me show you what happened. I'm gonna show you.
And let me remove this. I want to show you these text messages I just got, and you guys will see this. I think it's a nice quick break from this. All right. Hopefully just so you guys can see what's going on, just so I can see what's going on here, because that screen's small for me. But
apparently you didn't think to see what was going on here at all. Okay, maybe you needed a bigger phone, or a bigger brain, or just quit your job, Gary. Not qualified if you won't even read something first before you act. Anyway, this is ridiculous. So he's about to read the message, but take a good look at this message. You see, don't just look at Erika's pretty little fingernail right there that needs a fill, but just look at the message. Okay, but it's worth saying, LOL, Erika wasn't in some fort. It's just like the Egyptian plane. What fort? Who said they built a fort? It was hiding in the fort. Who said they was in a fort? Nobody say you was in no fort. What? Anyway, get me out of my character. All right, the internet has gone insane. No, clearly you have. Anyway, she woke up next to Charlie, went to the office with Charlie all day. Lie. Woke him up from a nap before a fox hit. Lie. And I'm going to show you why that's a big lie too. That just caught my attention before I started recording. Went to dinner with Charlie. Literally, people are lunatics. And then you see she's covering the photo here. Okay. And of course she's covering because it's her kid's face. She never shows her kid's face, but we'll get back to that in a second. I'm going to let him fuck up real quick. 1 second.
I asked him, hey, do you have proof of this? He says, but it's worth saying Erika wasn't in some fort in Tucson. The internet's gone insane. She woke up next to Charlie on the 9th, went to the office with Charlie all day, woke him up from a nap before a fox hit, went to dinner with Charlie. Literally, people are lunatics. And then the next one, I will show you guys that one, the continuation of this. Right here we have this one. And then I'll show you an up-close picture with the metadata that we have on the screen itself. Proof, she was with her kids at 8:33
Here it comes.
Pacific time, which again,
Here
in
it comes.
September, Arizona's on Pacific time. Taking them for a walk. Apparently I wasn't supposed to share that. But anyways, point being is that's 8:33 a.m. It shows the date on that. Sorry, Andrew. I screwed that up, man. I was trying to run a podcast and do everything.
I can't even help but laugh. He said, sorry, man. I screwed that up. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go back just a tad. I bet you Andrew Kolvet was just punching the air. I mean, like, whirlwinding. Just whirlwind in the air. Like, how could he do this? I can't believe you didn't read it first. Oh, my God. We're ruined. Like, I'm trying to tell you, it was probably something so stupid dramatic. And Erika was just probably off in a corner, like, still confused, thinking that we think she was inside of a fort. Anyway, so I just have a question about this, this whole situation, right? So looking at the photo, okay, so this was supposed to be September 9th. And another thing a lot of us know, or even if you didn't know before, you should know now because it's kind of everywhere, that you are able to, with just a couple of clicks, change that date on an iPhone. It is not hard. It literally takes 2 whole seconds, like 2 whole seconds. Whatever. So this particular message right here that says proof she was with her kids at 8:33 p.m. before he tells you not to share because you're a weirdo. But damn, Gary, you had one job, Gary. You had one job. You won. But who is this little boy then? If these are her kids, who is that? I mean, we can see that that's the daughter. Who is this? Because, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I thought the son was like around a year or so. Who is this big boy? That's the biggest 1-year-old I ever did see before in my life. So whose kids? And that's all you guys could have, out of all the pictures that you could have changed the date on, this is what you pick and say that she was with her kids? her daughter and then her 7-year-old, 1-year-old son. I guess like it's becoming sloppy. It's getting sloppy, and the desperation is very clear. The secondhand embarrassment that I get every single time that I open X is insane. Insane. Like what even is this? And then you got this big goofball Gary. Sorry, Andrew, I screwed that up, dude. What? Fired. Now another interesting thing is that this was just actually not even that long ago that Project Constitution wrote this. Exposed. Erika's Fox hit Wake Up story falls apart. Charlie's last Ingram hit was September 8th, not 9th. Andrew Kolvet texted Gary Melton claiming Erika woke Charlie up from a nap before his Fox hit on September 9th. Part of the desperate "she was with him all day" alibi. There's one massive problem. Charlie's last Fox appearance was on Laura Ingram's show the evening of September 8th between 7 and 8 p.m. Eastern Time, not the 9th. It was his final interview before flying to Utah. Laura herself called it his last appearance multiple times afterwards. No Fox hit on the 9th. 0. Okay, so, that's also a problem. Like everything is just clashing. And that's the thing. And I'm not calling anybody I'm not, truly calling anybody a liar, only because I don't know. I'm not them. I'm not close to them. I'm not in their conversations. I can only just be on the outside looking in and spectate and give my opinion. However, it just seems like it's just I feel like there's just this big cloud of desperation. And if they are lying, which I mean, things are starting to point to that, the fact that they are lying. But if that is the case, you have to remember that if you're going to lie, you have to think of another lie to cover that lie, to cover the other lie, to cover the other lie. And you better not forget the first lie, because then it's all going to start crashing down. And that's what it seems like. That's what it seems like that's what's happening. But my issue is that even going back to this video, right? The second message, she woke up next to Charlie, went to the office with Charlie all day, woke him from a nap before a Fox hit, went to dinner with Charlie. Okay. One moment.
Just so you guys can see what's going on.
Gary, you stop talking, because you've actually lost your talking privileges last that I've checked, mister. I'm gonna show things without reading them. Oh, you are donkey of the century. Like, that was just weird. Anyway, listen to this.
Tell me about the day before the shooting.
He was at the office, and we were going to meet for dinner beforehand with a dear friend of ours.
He was at the office. Not we were at the office. He was at the office all day. We were going to meet for dinner. Now, if you were with him all day long at the office, waking him up from his little nappy poop to go on his interview that he already did the day before, why'd you have to meet him then? You were right there. Meet him where? What else?
Who I wanted to just be with us and pray with us before the event. It's no hidden secret that stuff on campus is heating up. You see people on campus coming on with guns prior to the event that happened with Charlie, the assassination with Charlie. And so I know that, you and I even talked about how I used to say, Charlie, have you ever thought about wearing a vest? He would nod to that and be like, I've looked into it.
Like, he asked you what y'all did the day before. He said, what happened the day before the shooting? Why are we talking about vests? Erika, stay seated. We're not done with you. You have more things to say, Erika. God.
But he would always say, if they're going to get me, they're going to get me. He wasn't afraid.
Girl, what are you talking about, Erika? That don't got nothing to do with the question. Nothing to do with the question. What you mean? He said, what were you guys doing the day before the shooting? He said if they was gonna get him, they was gonna get him. Who is they? Can somebody please tell me who they is for once and for all? But why did you veer off to that? What? Erika.
Wouldn't have mattered anyways if you wore a vest.
Erika's mom was dealing with a medical issue, so she stayed in Phoenix to care for her. She planned to join Charlie at the next scheduled Turning Point event at Colorado State just a few days later.
He was like, home needs you. Home needs you. Be home. Come with me on Thursday to the next event we have. And so for him that night, he was so excited. I mean, he just was like, I can't wait. It's going to be the best. And he got up around 2:45, 3-ish to go into the kitchen to grab a snack. And our daughter had woke up around that same time. We live in a small space, so you can kind of hear when everyone's kind of shuffling around. And so she came to our room, and she stayed in our bed. And he always loved when Gigi slept in our bed because she's, little one.
We know the rest of this story. The point is that when he asked you what was going on the day before, clearly, Erika, you did not say nothing about you was with him all day. You said he was at the office all day. So why is it that when Kolvet is trying to prove her alibi, let's add Erika into what he was doing, because only that would make sense. So she was with him at the office all day long. She was there so that she could be his alarm clock for his interview that he had already done the day before. Yeah, and then they went to dinner. It's not matching up. So that's why I said, when you tell a lie, you better remember the first lie you told. You're just going to have to keep on coming up with more and more and more and more to cover. Anywho. Now, Erika, you got to take a little bathroom break, do whatever you got to do. You go do that, Erika, because right now I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to talk back to Gary. Gary, sit down. This man, Lord have mercy. He is literally, it's like deep down, he's like, I believe Mitch, but now I am a part of the TPUSA gang, and I'm almost in completely. So I just have to do what I have to do to help to just get Candace out of here and make her seem like a liar. So I'm just going to wildly deep dive into random things and people, and I'm just going to throw it at you. I am just going to regurgitate every piece of information or every lead that I get without checking it first, without reading it, without speaking to the person first. Obviously, in this video here, this is just ridiculous. Gary, you're fired. That's why I wanted you to sit down. You may leave. I can talk about you behind your back. This is so stupid. It's so just watch it.
And I don't know. Have you watched his claims on Candace Owens? Do you know what he's talking about?
I watched some of them very briefly. I can only stomach so much of that bullshit. They're not going to let him go into anywhere ops center or anything like that.
Yeah.
On any post. Not Huachuca, not Carson, not nowhere, not in the States, not abroad. They're going to make him go through the same center that everybody goes through to get his ID, get it renewed if he doesn't have it to that point. They're going to let him go to the commissary. They're going to let him go to the PX, maybe some of the other amenities on the post, but he doesn't have a secret security clearance.
Or if he does walk into...
Listen to this part very carefully, because what's about to happen is that the man on the right If I have not already said so, he is actually Mitch's estranged son, whom he has not spoken to in 20 years. So Gary found him to pretty much dig up dirt and try to make Candace's claims and Mitch's claims seem crazy. So this is the son of Mitch. Now, he's about to read something from the report, and then Mitch is going to say something that completely proves this. Mitch's son is going to say something that proves that Mitch was actually there. This is ridiculous. Just watch it.
The Joint Task Force staff duty. He might end up detained and outside getting the canines called on him as per this report, which, again, I don't even know if this report is real or not. There's so much craziness going on with this report. It's not a license plate number.
They called me on September 9th, asking me if I knew anything about a Mitch Snow, and telling me that I was listed as his number one.
Did you hear that? And I'm gonna bring that back. Watch Gary's face. He instantly gets nervous again. It kind of looks just like he did when he realized he shared that message he wasn't supposed to share. And then another thing, Gary, what? So he says, if he had have taken his hiney, I'm paraphrasing, if Mitch had have taken his hiney up there, he would have been met with guard dogs doing, they would have done the most. And then he looks at the report and says, well, exactly like it says in the report. So you know what would happen if he doesn't have the credentials to get in, because you know protocol, you know what they do. And then you just openly said, well, they did what they were supposed to do. But I don't even know if it's real. And then the son turns around and says, well, actually, yeah, Fort Huachuca did give me a call on the 9th, on September 9th. And they said that I was his emergency What are we missing? Really, like what are we missing? But I'm going to bring it back just a little bit.
But he doesn't have a secret security clearance.
Or if he does walk into the Joint Task Force staff duty, he might end up detained and outside getting the canines called on him as per this report, which, again, I don't even know if this report is real or not. There's so much craziness going on with this report. It's not a license plate number.
They called me on September 9th, asking me if I knew anything about a Mitch Snow, and telling me that I was listed as his number one emergency contact.
So if he was not there, why would they call his number one emergency contact, which is his son, on the 9th, asking you, do you know this man? He's here. Just for you guys just a second ago to say that this was all BS. Gary did not have a conversation with this man prior to putting him live on air. You can tell, because Gary looked like, oh hell, I've done it again. I've done it again. While you got Candace in the background, all of you guys are just proving her right. So she in the back chilling. She's like, nah, boo boo. That is what Candace is saying. Nah, boo boo. That is exactly, and you're giving her every opportunity to do so. So go off, sis. But these people, fired. Gary, you had one job. Then they say, I'm going to give you another one. I'm giving you another chance. And then I don't want to talk about Gary no more. Anyway. All right. I'm about to wrap this video up, but first, I need to bring Erika back to class. Come back and sit down. Okay? You, Erika Kirk, you need to reevaluate your relationship with Andrew Kolvet. Because do you guys notice literally everything that's like kind of like groundbreaking is because or have been said by Andrew? How many times have Candace already said, well, Andrew said, okay, that I was next. Well, Andrew said, okay, that it should have been me. It was supposed to have been me. And then, like, what are we missing? What are we missing? Andrew is the one that's pretty much telling people, he was telling people things that he probably wasn't supposed to. He can't hold water. He can't. And then I don't know how information enters his mind, but it's like when he gives it to Erika, it's a whole different story. You ever play telephone in school? Like you're in a line of like 10 people, and then you think of something and you turn around and you tell them what you're thinking. So you say, I don't know, grapes. And then by the time it gets back down to the end of the line to the last person, it's cereal and milk. That's what it seems like is happening. It's like I just don't know how I can't wrap my head around what is being missed on their end. It's sloppy. It's so embarrassing. And I have nothing to do with them. It's embarrassing. You know, Erika's walking around talking about, I wasn't on a plane for 4 years straight, barefoot and pregnant. I was eating my In-N-Out. And then you got Erika talking about, or not Erika, but Andrew. Well, she definitely wasn't in a fort. So now Erika thinks she was in a fort. Like, what is happening? Like, can we cut the noise? Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up right here. Again, my name is Nikki. This is In Cahoots Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe. Like, hit your notification bell so that you know every single time we post. If you want to donate to the channel, support us in any type of way possible. We appreciate everything. Every little bit helps towards the channel. We're small and we are trying to grow. Our Cash App is on the screen. Our Venmo is on the screen. Follow us on X. That's also on the screen. My TikTok and Instagram. I'd love to hear from you guys, so make sure to drop a comment. Until next time, peace.